Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to Henford on Bagley. We are in the area of Old New Henford today, and we're back at the Hamlet of Whittington. Last time, we finished off the bakery build, including the flat above it. Today, we're starting on a brand new lot and introducing a new family into the Hamlet of Whittington. Everybody meet the Wilburn family. So let's get into game and I'll introduce them a little bit more. Happy Thursday, my absolute babes, and welcome back to Let's Build the Worlds. Very much a dramatic echo today. Hello, we are back at Little Whittington with a brand new family. Here they are. This is the Wilburn family. So you can obviously see we've got a vicar in our presence. And this is Vivian, Viv, if you will. She makes sure everybody calls her Viv. And she's lived in Henford on Bagley for, I'm going to say all of her life, to be honest with you. I think her parents, in my head, her parents were from Zimbabwe. And they came over in the kind of 1960s, 70s. Settled down roots in this wonderful village. And Viv has been here ever since. Now, I'm going to say her father was also a vicar, and that's kind of where she followed in his footsteps. She just loved the care and everything that he put into the community, and that is exactly who she is as a person. If anybody's got a problem in Whittington, they come to Viv. They speak to Viv, she gets it sorted. She gets it absolutely sorted. You can often find her dealing with charity events and sort of raising money for the local communities and further. She's just an all-round good egg. She really is. And we need some good eggs in this world. We really do. And she is one. Now, I have put her in a kind of graduation gown, so it doesn't really go down to the bottom. But Viv is all about forward thinking. You know, why shouldn't I show off my ankles? And that is exactly the mentality that Viv has got. I just love her. I love her storyline. I love her background. I'm going to say she's been with her wonderful husband, who's this gorgeous specimen here. He's called Kabir. And I'm going to say they met when Kabir came over on a student exchange from India. And this relationship just blossomed. I'm going to say that he actually came and stayed with her family when they were younger. And did you hear my toe click then? How dare it? And these two just became fast friends, and they stayed friends for years and years until they got to their teens. I'm going to say she went over to visit Kabir as well, and they just fell madly in love. And they wanted to come back and start their life together in this wonderful little hamlet. And that is indeed what they have done. Now, Kabir is a scientist. I'm going to say that he is dealing with researching illnesses and stuff and trying to find cures for certain things. So he's out here trying to save the world. Now, he is the head of the laboratory as well. So he has got people working under him. And again, the same as Viv, he's just an all-round good egg. And I absolutely love him. He's very kind. Again, he does a lot for the community. He helps out a lot with the community. These two are just the pillars of the community, I'm going to say. And I just love that their relationship got a chance, you know, they got a chance, and without that relationship they wouldn't have their wonderful daughter Madeline either. So here's Madeline, who I absolutely adore, by the way. So Madeline is on a little bit of a different path than her mum and dad. She is a bit more of a creative. Music is her passion. Singing, playing instruments, mixing on the DJ decks, media production, all of it. She lives and breathes music. And I'm going to say she's around about the age of about maybe like 17, nearly 18. So she's on the point where she's actually thinking about universities and stuff, and she wants to go ahead and study music. And her parents are supportive. It's a definite different path. They're a little bit worried about her going and sort of doing music. Main reasons being, you never know if you're going to succeed down that path, but you don't know. There's so many different avenues in music. She could play in an orchestra. She could sing in a band. There's many different paths for it. They're just a little bit apprehensive, but they're still very supportive of it as well. I'm going to say Kabir's a little bit more permissive, so he just allows her to just find her freedom, be the person who she wants to be. And that's not to say that Viv doesn't do it either. Viv definitely allows that to happen, but she almost tries to steer Madeline sometimes in some directions. And then that doesn't always work out the way that she had planned, because Madeline is her own free spirit of a person. and they just allow it, which is just amazing. They don't just allow it, they support it, you know. And I think that's the good thing about the dynamic with these guys' relationships. They're just very supportive of each other and whatever they want to do. And I love that for them. I love this family. I really do. And they are obviously going to be moving into, well, not the telephone box, Aidan. They're going to be moving into the vicarage, which is going to be in this area here. So it needs to have 2 bedrooms. Obviously, it needs to have everything else, including a bathroom. So I'm thinking about just extending it out by 1 here, just to allow us enough room in this house as possible to fit everything that we're going to be putting in it today, including a little front garden area, because Viv loves to garden, so I definitely want to put out some like bits and bobs where she can grow all of her fruit and veg and stuff. That's what I would like to do. Now, with the actual style of this house, I've got no reference image or anything. We're going to go down a very Georgian route. So door in the middle, 2 windows either side. It's going to be a very classic looking Georgian fronted vicarage. That is what we're doing today. So yeah, that's it. You've met the Wilburn family and I absolutely love them. I really do. I like the storyline between all of these. I think it's a very nice vibe indeed. So what are we doing today, you ask? Well, you know, we're just going to be concentrating on the exterior itself. So let's get into daylight and into the build mode properly, and let's make a bloody start. Okay, so here we go. Let's just get this planted out first. I'm going to come in 1 more just to make it a little bit bigger on the interior. I think we're going to be fine for space in here now. I'm seeing it all together. Here's hoping. That's all I'm going to say. And I think we're just going to do another block on top as well. I know, boring, but trust me, sometimes, and I always say this to you, building simple ways makes a big difference towards the end. All of these fancy roof lines and stuff, you don't need to do that. You really don't. 9 times out of 10, it's not realistic, and we want realism, and that is what I strive for. Thank you for coming. No, I'm not saying that. Why do I always go to say thank you for coming to my TED Talk? I hate when people say that. You're not doing a TED Talk, Barbara. I don't know who Barbara is, but we're going to go down that route anyway. There we go. Right. Do I want to keep it the same roof line? Yeah, I think I do. Yes, indeed. I think this is going to be absolutely perfect. Now, the windows in question, I don't know whether to use something new or to use something that's going to fit in with the rest of the village. I would imagine this building was probably built in the 1800s, I'm going to say. So we need it to kind of look like that, really. Wondering if we could use the university windows. These would look great. They do have a Georgian-esque about them. I was also thinking these always look good as a Georgian window as well, but I think I'm going to go down the route of using these. Now, I don't know what colour I'm going to pick just yet because I haven't really decided on what wallpaper I want to use here. I did say I was going to use a red brick. But I just don't know if these windows are going to go with a red brick. Oh, we do need a red brick in here. Yes, we do. We do. So we're using a red brick, and we're going to use the new one, I think. Unless we go for this one here. No. I wanted like a red brick on this one. I think we're going to have to. I think that might be just a little bit too red, though. If I go for this one here, it's still classed as a red brick, but it's not. And to be honest, a Georgian house and red brick, it doesn't really go. So maybe we'll just say it's Victorian instead. Don't know whether to actually go for the redder one. I think we are. We're going to go for the redder one. So with that being said, I do need to find the perfect window for it. And I'm unsure if those university ones are going to cut it now. So let me have a little gander around and I'll see what I can come up with. We're going to use these ones here from the Love Struck expansion. I just think they work really well. So that's what we're going to do. Is that the right position? Let me just see. Yes. Yes, it is. So I'm going to put them right up to the cusp of the wall height, just because these are quite big windows for short height windows, and I don't want them to be too near the floor. That looks great with the red brick. I really like that. I'm wondering whether to do a porch here, you know, just for a little bit of je ne sais quoi. And I think I'm going to go down that route. Let's have a little look. We haven't picked a door yet, though, so maybe we should pick the door first. I mean, this base game one looks great here. Yeah, we're gonna do that one, and I think I want to pick that color, the red door. It looks great with it, but I also like the green. I like the green because it goes nice with the red brick, doesn't it? Yes, we'll do that. Stunning. Anyway, how are you all doing today? How dare I not ask you that? Honestly, I hope you're all doing well, my loves. What was I going to do? Oh, we have got a question today. And the question is, if you could time travel back to your younger self, what piece of advice would you give to the younger you? Let me know down below. I think I would tell myself to move back home. When I was living in Brighton, I was not having a good time. I really, really wasn't. And I was in an awful relationship with someone who was very awful, absolutely hideous person. And I think I would go back to that time and just tell myself to just get home and forget about this person who you think that you love. What a joke. That was not love, it was toxic. But I would say that. But then I learned things from that as well, you know. I did learn a lot of things from that. So I'm wondering, would I have needed to learn what I learned in that situation that I was in to be the person that I am today? But I reckon I would have always been the person that I am today, just with a lot less trauma. So I don't know about that. That's a hard one. Let me know your answers down below and what yours would be. But yeah, I think I would say that. Get back home and get out there and try and find somebody called Tom, because he's great. That's what I would say to my younger self. I really would. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's very nice, isn't it? It reminds me of like an old railway house, like a house near the railway for some reason. It's giving me those vibes and I'm for it. I really am. So I want a black iron fence here in the front. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get in a lovely black iron fence. What would you look like? You're good and all, but I think we can do a little bit better. What should I put on the park? I put that one there, that one up there. We're going for this one. This one here is coming to join the mix, but I'm only going to build this down to that point there because the post office is going to come out with a wall there. So just ignore that until we've done the post office. Oh yes, smashing. Oh, actually, I'm going to have to get rid of that fence there, aren't I? How do I do this then? Oh, I don't like that. I don't know how I'm going to hide this chain. I might just have to get rid of this one and flop you into there like that. Yeah, that's fine. I can put a planter or something there. We'll see what happens. No, this is great. Okay, lovely. Did we have I don't think we did get a matching gate with this one, did we? No, I honestly don't think we did. I could use this one here and flop you. Now, it's not going to fit perfectly by the door because we'd need a 2-wide one for that. I mean, that one there's quite nice as well. It's kind of got the simple black lines, doesn't it? Oh, no, it gives me farmyard. We'll go for this one. Yeah, because that's a double one then. Oh, that's lovely. I'm very much into that. And I'm going to put the windows on the back once I've figured out a bit of a floor plan. So that is what I'm going to go ahead and do now. Figure out this floor plan that we've got going on. And then we'll come back and finish off the exterior. So here's our floor plan. We've got a living. You walk straight into the living room area itself. This is going to be a dining room area. This is going to be the kitchen over on this side. And then this is going to be some kind of like office / sunroom. That's what I want to do there. And they're all going to flow together as well. So I'm going to put like arches and doors in between each other so that floor plan works down there. And then up above, we've got the main bedroom here. We've got Madeline's bedroom over on this side here. We've got the main family bathroom, the only bathroom in the house as well. The landing area, and then some kind of storage cupboard. I want this room here to be, just so it looks like this house actually does have some storage. And with that being said, we've got some windows on the go as well. So I'm going to use these ones here. They are the same as next door's, but I think we can get away with it. It's absolutely fine. And fancier windows are out the front of the house, and the less fancy are on this side here. Not going to do any more windows into the living room. I mean, the office / garden room, but I'm going to put some sliding glass doors here so they've got access straight out onto the moor. That's a little bit weird. You would have something blocking this off, but I'm just going to leave it like that. It'll be absolutely fine. And then we're going to put a couple of these windows into where the kitchen area is. So I'm going to do a row of them like that. I might even just bring them across a little bit more like that and make it a little bit more Yes, gorgeous. And I'm not going to put any window on this side because there's no point. It's only a storage room. Yeah, I think that works rather nicely. That's a smashing little look we've got going on there, I must say. I must say indeed. Yeah, lovely. Okay, well, there we go. We've got that one sorted. We're now going to move on and start doing some garden work out the front here. So I see lots of plants and stuff out this bit here. I'm going to do some like bushes and some rose bushes and stuff. But I see this being more of a patio area with somewhere where they can sit outside and also somewhere where Viv can concentrate on some plants and stuff. So that's what I want to do. So I'm thinking about using some masonry here, you know. What would this look like with the red brick? It's not really the vibe. What about you? Can't really see because the lighting is crap. No, that's not the vibe either. We're not doing that. Oh, I like this one here from the Blooming Rooms pack. Let's do this. So let's patio this whole area here. Is that the right orientation, or should I like to go the other way? I think we should go that way. Yes, and that terrain paint is really annoying me there, so I'm just going to bring that up to it as well. Just get rid of all that greenery that's in front there. Lovely. Yeah, that looks nice with that red brick. I'm very much into it. Yeah, suits the house, and that is what we're for. Yes, we are indeed. So I want some kind of bush in the front here. Oh, I do like this one. But the only problem with this, I'm a bit scared that Sims are going to come and start pissing in it. And I hope that they don't, because Viv will be fuming. I'm going to layer a few on top, actually. Yes, I like that. Let's make you a little bit wider, actually. Actually, I'm unsure about this now that I'm doing it. I might need to size two of them down. Just put them side by side. Yeah, no, I'm into that. I'm into it. Acts as a little bit of privacy with that window as well, which is nice. Very much into that. Okay, lovely. So we need things and stuff and bits and bobs for the front of this house and the garden, don't we? First up, let's get a drain pipe in, you know. Let's go for our new favourite and put it over on this side here. I'm going to whiffle you up to around about there, actually. Yes, stunning. We're going to keep it in the black as well. And I'm going to absolutely eye drop the storm drain over. Flop that into place here as well. Lovely. Oh, yes. So let me pull out a variety of things that we can place around together. And we'll make it look beautiful. So, here we go. I have changed things slightly. What we're going to be doing instead is having a little bit of a privacy hedge, because it was just a little bit too on show to the rest of the village, you know. And I don't think Viv would mind, but I want to give them a little bit of privacy. So I'm going to do a hedge. And I'm going to put the hedge all the way around this edge here as well. Let's bring it down to there. Let's go underneath of here as well with some soil. Just a little dab like that. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. And then we're going to wrap it in a hedge. So I'm going to put a hedge here, which did make this a little bit smaller than what I wanted, but we're going to go for it anyway. It's absolutely fine. I even thought about extending it out one here, and I was just like, no, it doesn't need it, Aiden. Stop overcomplicating matters. And just get your hedge in, to be honest. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to get that around there. And that at least gives some kind of semblance of privacy, you know? Especially when you want to sit out here, which is what I want them to do. So I'm going to give them a little dining table out the front here. I even thought about putting a barbecue out here, and I was just like, no, don't do that, because every single neighbour will be coming into your garden and using your barbecue. And again, they wouldn't mind that as a family. They're that nice, but we don't want that for gameplay, do we? So a little hanging plant there. I've also put the mailbox onto the side here. So at least they've got a mailbox, you know. We are going to be climbing some wisteria up this build. Yes, we are indeed. I'm even thinking about moving you towards here, actually. Like that. Yeah, let's do that. Lovely. Okay. We're going to be putting in the wisteria here. And here as well. And I'm just going to link it up with a couple of these. Just off to the side like that. That's very nice. It does cut into the window slightly, but I'm going to forgive it. And then I'm going to put in a light just above the doorway there. Oh, look at that. We can't have that. Not on our watch. Thank you very much. So let's get in and get rid of that. Beautiful. A bike. We're going to give them a bike. I don't think they'll all need a bike, so I'm just going to give them 2. Can I put this in the garden? Just wondering if I can get it in here somewhere instead. Just to make it look like they've plonked it. Oh, actually, like by the door. Oh, yes, I like that. I'm into that. Very much into that indeed. And then we'll just keep this one outside. Kind of linked up against the fence. Like that. Oh, that's a smashing look. I must say, I'm very much enjoying it. Yes. And then because I said Viv wants to grow bits and bobs, I thought about utilising this space out here for a bit of that. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put in a little bit of a patio here. Oh, yeah, let's do that. I wasn't going to pick that one. I had something else in mind, but I think that would work really nicely. Yes. And then I'm going to do a nice row of these. So at least she can grow some bits and bobs out here. In fact, I'm going to put these underneath the window and then utilise this for something else here. I think maybe a little potting station or something. Yeah, this one here. Let me have a little look with the house. I mean, it isn't like full view of everyone, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to absolutely do it. It's not realistic, but we're doing it anyway. And that is the mantra for today. Let's go for the darker one. Yeah, lovely. Lovely job. I do want some flower boxes on the back of this house as well. So I am going to get some flower boxes up on the top windows. I'm not going to put them down here because these are all going to have plants in anyway. So it won't make sense. But what I am going to do is flop some up above, I think. Yeah, let's go for these ones here, but size them down. I'm going to flop one there. One on this side as well. Yeah, that looks great. And then bring around that drain pipe. And flop you over on this side here. There we go. Flop you down to there like that. Cute. Okay, well, it does need a light here as well. I think I'm going to do a security light. It would kind of make sense, wouldn't it? Because this does face out to the general public. So I'm going to put a security light there. And don't worry, we're going to put curtains up on these doors so they can't see in. I think that's fine. Yeah, I like that. Now, I need to work out where I'm going to be put. I think I'm going to do 2 chimneys on this house. Did I use the chimney that I want on any of the others? No. So, the chimney that I want, just to make this look extra specially Georgian, is this one here. Does this come in a red brick? I can't remember. Oh, it does, but it's the wrong brick colour. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. This one here isn't too far off, actually. I'm going to use this one. Maybe these are just older bricks, you know? Storylines. So I'm going to flop one there. And I'm going to do another one on the other side as well. So I am going to be putting some fireplaces in this lot, I think. Let me see this. Yes. That's the ticket. Oh, I don't really like the position of them. I think what I want to do is just put them a little bit behind. But still in the same areas but that we had them. So maybe like one there. Maybe one there. Let me just see that. Yeah, that's a bit better. I much prefer that. Well, there we bloody go. There's the exterior to the vicarage. And I think that's going to look really cute once we've got all the other buildings up here as well. A nice red brick fronted one. I'm for it. I really am. So that I'm leaving it here today because tomorrow we're going to come back for an extra long part. And we are going to furnish this whole house together. So be on the lookout for that, my darlings. And that's where we're going to leave it today. Thank you so much for watching, my loves. I will be back tomorrow, as I said, with the next part of this. Leave me some lovely comments down below, including the answer to that question that I asked as well. And I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.